over to the car park, and there are already quite a few vehicles. So that is an AEC Marshall Austin. I think it's based on a K8. These were sold as new with carbs in the American market. So there's the driver's compartment, and there is the Austin badge there. Well, good morning all, and welcome to the Old Classic Car Channel. It is a Sunday morning, the sun is shining, and we are outside with the 1947 Dodge WC pickup because today there is an informal gathering. This takes place every now and again of classic lorries, older trucks at the Midway Truck Stop car park. Yes, the big car park where the A49 and the A41 diverge just outside of Whitchurch. There's going to be a bit of a gathering today of older commercial vehicles. What will turn up? Well, that's up to anyone. I've no idea, but it's a good day. The weather is set fair, so there should be a few interesting trucks there, and it is actually quite a popular meeting spot for fans of motorcycles and cars as well. So you never know, we might see a little bit of that as well. But we are going to head off in a few minutes' time in the pickup and go and see what's going to turn up there today over outside the Midway Truck Stop. Nice little cross-country run now. We have seen an old lorry go past the house already this morning, so we're not going to be the first ones there. Perfect day for it. Okay folks, well, we have made it over to the car park, and there are already quite a few vehicles. There's a few motorbikes turning up as well. It's a very popular haunt, especially on a Sunday morning this is. But our main focus today will be on the lorries, and there are quite a few lorries here already. That mighty Atkinson's just arrived, parked up alongside an old Leyland. So we will go and have a bit of a mooch around, see what gems are here and what other gems are still yet to turn up. And here is that wonderful old Atkinson that I saw arriving just a moment ago. What a proper thing, an Atkinson Border with the Gardner 180 diesel engine and lovely sign writing. You may remember I did a video about this informal meet maybe a year or two back now, and there were some lovely vehicles here, just turned up randomly, come and go as you please. And that's what makes these morning meetings so popular now. This one is in stunning restored condition. Look at the shine on there, what a beauty. So this would originally have had a trailer on it. But not today. What a fantastic condition.
An 87,000 please. You might say yeah.
And there's a recently restored Leyland over here.
No, only
keeping my eyes open just in case anything else turns up, which I'm sure it will. Freshly restored, this one, complete with hidden living accommodation on the back. Very nice too. Let's carry on around here, see what else we can spot. Of course, this lorry park is also used by modern trucks as well throughout the week. We've got a few of those here as well. Tucked amongst them are quite a few earlier models, including this R registered, so late 1990s ERF here. So what would that be, about 1998 give or take. And talking ERFs, behind it we have another one here. Oh, look at this Foden. Yeah, Another lovely ERF just there, but I'm going to go and have a look at that Foden. I love that era of truck, just wonderful.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Yeah, this is just glorious. It dates to 1944. I've tracked down the owner. So do you know where this one started out its life?
This one started out just south of London.
Right.
So it mainly worked in that area.
During the war. So if it's a 44, so you'd have had to sort of present quite a case to be allocated a new vehicle then, wouldn't you really? Because it was quite restricted. It was quite restricted at the time. So the supply of vehicles. So has it always been bodied like this, do you think? Or
It's always been, as far as I know, it has always been a tipper.
Right.
This body is off another six-wheeler Foden.
Right. That's beautiful. So what engine's in this then?
There's a Gardner in this.
Gardner diesel.
Yeah.
Wow, that is beautiful, isn't it? And you found this down in Sussex?
Yeah, well, Chelmsford in Essex, actually.
Oh, Essex,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
So this was all done for the Foden 150th anniversary in 2006.
Oh, was it? Oh, right.
It's been on the London to Brighton on more than one occasion as well.
Was it?
But it was done for the anniversary of Foden.
That is stunning, that is. Beautiful.
We do have a trailer close behind as well.
Right.
Both of which are three-way tippers.
Yeah, that is just incredible. So what sort of speed is she happy rolling along at?
About 28 mile an hour.
28. Is this when they were limited to 20 at the time?
Well, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen them with 20 plates on the back, but no, that is just beautiful. Well, thanks for the extra bit of info. I'll just take a close. Can I have a quick peer in the cab? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. What a beauty this is. Yeah, I've been given the okay to have a look inside, so we will carefully open the door and just put the camera in there. This era is just perfect.
No door seals on that.
All coach built. We've got a Foden hubcap under there. Yeah. Got some ear defenders as well. Yeah, I believe this was driven back all the way from Essex back up to here. So. When it was bought, so that must have been quite the trip. But what a beautiful vehicle that is. I love all the details, the proper little Lucas lamps, or CAV in this case. But yeah, what a lovely vehicle that is. I'll just carefully put that to. But yeah, all wood framing. Of course, it's not a million miles away from its original home. This one, built in 1944 over at the Foden Works. It was a very early Lotus 6 or 7 just gone past. But yeah, over in Sandbach, so it's kind of come almost back home. You've got the commercial vehicle operator's license as well as tax discs. Of course, you don't have tax discs anymore, but that's where it would have been. Oh, what a beauty, I do love that. And the original old style Dunlop highway tyres, perfect for a lorry like this. Mrs. OCC has arrived. It is now bagel o'clock officially, so that'll keep me going. It's certainly a wonderful day for a classic lorry gathering. Here, another mighty ERF. This one we have seen before. In fact, I saw this one driving past the house this morning. It's got incredible wood grain effect sign writing on this one. Apologies for the shadows, the sun's still quite low. But what a beauty that is. We'll carry on along the row, and we have an Albion over here. Albion sure as the sunrise, that was their slogan, hence the sunrise on their badge. So this has got the LAD cab. So this cab was shared between a number of manufacturers, including Leyland. But yes, this is the Albion version in the livery of a haulage contractor over Buxton Way. We've got a proper load on the back, nice old tarpaulin, proper ropes, none of your plastic ropes here. Yeah. I always try and grab the opportunity to film old lorries in a truck stop because they just look perfect. You know, you can see them on a show field. There's another ERF over here, but you can see them on a show field, but it's not quite the same as being on a proper truck stop. And the best is all is when it's been raining beforehand and you get some fantastic puddles as well, and it just looks all so in keeping. This is a very smart one, this one on an S plate. A bit of information on the back of this ERF, an LV 64 GXB, built in Britain 1972. We'll carry on down here. An AEC with the ergomatic cab. That was another cab that was shared between a number of different manufacturers. Lovely gear wine. So that is an AEC Marshall with the ergomatic cab, and the next vehicle in the lineup over here is an AEC Mandator, also with the ergomatic cab. This one in the livery of Lloyd's of Ludlow, so Ludlow Salop, or Shropshire as it's more commonly known nowadays, so not a million miles away from where we are today in North Shropshire. And a very, very airy cab. Get a great view out of there, especially with these extra little side windows here. So yeah, very, very airy, way more modern than the lorries of just, 10 or so years earlier. Things were really moving apace when it came to the design of cabs, etc. So this is an Arctic. There's the fifth wheel coupling under there. I've got a very appropriate loaded trailer on the back. Nicely stenciled up as well, Lloyd's of Ludlow. The devil is always in the details with this kind of thing. And in my excitement to see two ergomatic cabs, I skipped this beautiful ERF over here, so I'll remedy that now. This one from Stafford, Kiddamore Green Farm, again wonderful, wonderful proper sign writing. None of your stuck on lettering here, which is my favourite. I'm joined by my youthful assistant. I do like the Albion there, the blue Albion, but the Foden, that's definitely, it's a 44, the Foden. Little Austin, I think it's based on a K8 if I remember correctly. You certainly have to have eyes in the back of your head when you're walking around somewhere like this. A, to not get mown down, and B, to capture the arrivals. Great size, great sign writing. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a day out, a day trip on that? More ERF action. Right, so where was I in this lineup? My youthful assistant has wandered off again. So ERF, yeah, AEC. What a wonderful lineup of old British lorries there. To slightly more recent times, We've got a fleet gathering here of various vehicles in the livery of WF Head & Son of Shropshire down near Bridgnorth. So we've got a Leyland DAF here, ARF here from the late 1980s. So you can kind of see how the ergomatic style of cab eventually morphed into very similar looking cabs, but obviously updated. And these cabs tilt forward, hence the handles here. So the whole shooting mat tilts forward, giving you access to the engine, etc, etc. Right, let's carry on down here. We have a Bedford. It's been a while since any new Bedfords were built. This one on the W, so the beginning of the 1980s. That's quite a rarity, I would imagine now. Again, in wonderful, wonderful condition, and it's great to see the support from all the owners of these old vehicles here today for this impromptu gathering. Ooh, I can see another. Oh, there's that ergomatic cab just down the back there. And here we have a Guy, and again, this is a make we don't see all that often at the gatherings we get to, the Guy Big J. A real chunky fella. Motorbikes are continuing to pour in. I'll keep my eyes open for any interesting ones, but this is, yeah, great to see this lineup here today, representing so many of the long gone British lorry and truck manufacturers. Of course, by this point in time, Guy was part of British Leyland. There's the plug hole of doom. And over here, very bonny little Volvo, and a mighty Scania on the end here, dwarfing our little Dodge just over here. Two more ERFs coming in. Of course, ERF and Foden being Cheshire manufacturers, there's a big following in this neck of the woods. Yep, the bikers are out in force. Let's have a quick wander around here, see what other gems there are. Some big ERFs. Don't want to get too close to them. Right, they've stopped, so I will carry on my merry way. And what do we have here? KFF 436. Let's see what this is. Hopefully we'll get a clue around the front. Oh, a Seddon? By gum. That's a rare, rare sight now. The Seddon diesel. Before the merger with Atkinson. That is so rare. I love the air intake, the fresh air intake set into the front panel here. Yeah, look at that. What a rare old sight that is. Very bonny, not too big, so that would fit on most driveways. And if you're after a hobby, if you're stuck for something to do with your Sunday afternoons, Sunday mornings, I heartily recommend buying a commercial vehicle, so long as your license allows it. I think my license covers me because I took my test in the late 80s. I think I'm covered up to, is it 7.5? Not that I'm ever going to drive anything, but I think I'm covered up to 7.5 tons. I think if you take your test now, you'll probably have to take a separate test to run something like this. But if you've been driving for a little while, you're probably covered without having to take any additional tests. But there's a lot of fun to be had with running something like this. And next to that incredibly rare Seddon, we have this, a Kenworth, the American Kenworth. Incredible looking vehicle. And you don't see too many of these over this side of the pond. I imagine they've probably got quite the following over in the US of A. Over here you don't see them quite as often. An incredible looking vehicle. Yeah, the Cummins diesel power plant. What an amazing looking vehicle. Of course, designed very much with going coast to coast over in the States. So very comfortable. All the luxuries you could require. And again in wonderful condition. There's the Lloyds of Ludlow again. There's that yellow ERF we were looking at just a few minutes ago. Yeah, wonderful old trucks everywhere you look. And here is that AEC Marshall we saw driving in just a short time back. Yeah, very nice too. Flatbed body on this one, rigid. So we've seen some articulated trucks this morning. This one is a rigid. Daily services to England, Scotland and Wales, it says on the side. Ooh, what's that over there? Bit of Triumph action, let's go and have a look. A Triumph TR250. So an American market spec version of the good old Triumph TR5. The bikers are certainly out and about today, but yeah, 2.5 litre, non-fuel injected. These were sold as new with carbs in the American market. And what a great looking car. Certainly one of my favourite Triumphs of all. The wonderful early TR4-ish era of styling, but with that beautifully burbly straight six 2.5 litre engine under the bonnet. An engine that I had in a Spitfire many years ago. Happy memories of that, and the sound was just incredible. So different to the 2 litre straight six Triumph engine. You'd think it'd be very similar, but these tend to have a much deeper woofer to them, at least in my experience. But yeah, lovely car these are. The windscreen surround shared with the early Spitfires, the Mark 1 to Mark 3 Spitfire. It's removable. Yeah. What a handsome car that is, I do love that. It's just a single big pipe stuck out the back, but that would sound glorious, especially with the roof down. Give it a bit of welly and yeah, that would sound just fantastic. I don't know much about motorcycles, but I know a good condition one when I see it. Here we've got a 4-cylinder Honda of the 1970s. What a beautiful machine. Incredible engine. 4 cylinders in a motorbike. That just sounds pretty bonkers. And in the 1970s, that must have been really something. It's a lightweight Land Rover, or actually, is it a Minerva? I think it's a Minerva, isn't it? One of the Belgian built vehicles built under license. Yes, it's a Minerva, this one. That's quite the rarity. License built. So the bonnet's going up. So what engine's this one then?
That's the 2 litre side overhead.
Right, got you.
Which is the old Rover 90 engine.
Yeah, like the P4 sort of.
Yeah,
the P4 saloon. Yeah. Wow. And steel bodied, like you say. So I never realised that. Yeah, that is incredible. So have you had this a long time then, or?
I've had it since lockdown.
Have you? Oh,
yeah,
right.
Over lockdown.
Yeah.
I've done it up a bit.
Have you?
Put new brakes on it, new springs, and one mess or another. And
Yeah.
I've run it a bit, but the trouble is it's very slow on the road.
Well, you get there in the end though, don't you?
They're only about 35
Yeah.
to 40 bar an hour, that's about top speed.
Yeah, my old pickup truck that I came over, that's a similar sort of speed.
Yeah.
But no, that's lovely, that is. Very unusual. I like the way the exhaust goes off through there.
Yeah, well, because it's side overhead, you see.
Yeah.
Side valve exhaust,
Yeah.
overhead inlet.
Right. I wonder what the reason for that was.
Well, that was the design of the day.
Yeah.
Because it had more power than the side valve,
Right.
but obviously
So-
it didn't have the power of a
Fully overhead sort
fully
of thing.
overhead
Yeah.
engine.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting, that is. No, it's great to see that here today. There's a bit of everything here today. Yeah, steel body. Who knew? I never realised that. Because obviously normal Land Rover Series 1. So what year is this one then?
52.
It's a 52, this one. And it's left-hand drive, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, because normally they would have been all aluminium panelled apart from the bulkhead, which is the bit that always rots on old Land Rovers.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a treat to see that. And a classic lorry gathering outside the old Midway Truck Stop. What a perfect setting to go and admire some fantastic old lorries. So let's amble our way back over here. Look at that. V6 Detroit diesel. Look at the size of the turbocharger. I think that's a Garrett Air Search turbo on this one. Let me just remind myself. Right, so this is the Bedford with the guy, Big J, alongside. Yeah, right. Let's go and amble over towards the entrance, I think, and just see what else is going to arrive here today. Well, the door is open. We've been given the okay to go and have a closer look at this wonderful Austin K8 based coach with Plaxton body. Look at that wonderful, wonderful badge there. Plaxton's of Scarborough Limited. So let's have a quick clamber up the steps. I can hear something else pulling in. We've got a Volvo F10. We'll have a look at that later. But yeah, isn't this little coach? There's the F10 just pulling in over there. But isn't that incredible? Lovely Smith's clock there, so everyone knew what time it was without having to reach for their wristwatch. So there's the driver's compartment, and there is the Austin badge there in the centre of the steering wheel, and the Austin logoed speedometer and other ancillary gauges alongside. So that'll be familiar to drivers of Austin 10s, that kind of thing. Very, very similar instrumentation. But let's have a look at this. Look at this old driver's uniform there. Isn't it incredible? Such a dinky little vehicle this is. Beautiful old upholstery. Fantastic. I love this all the way around the inside. I hope the camera's picking up this incredible trim around all the windows inside. So you've got nice luggage racks up here. Big heavy aluminium luggage racks. Plaxton's, here we go. This coach was an exhibit at the 1952 Commercial Motor Show. Hope you can see that. Earl's Court, London. Isn't that just wonderful? Oh, that's beautiful. I'll stagger down here carefully. Yeah. Isn't that just wonderful? So we've got a little, again, we've got the PSV license disc holder there. Let's just go around here. There you go, the proud Austin badge. Same as an Austin K-Series lorry. Isn't that a beauty? Mrs. OCC was saying she'd definitely take this one home if she could. I think she is fond of these small coaches. Just do a bit of off-roading just to get round here. Next to the glorious Foden there. Yeah, what a little sweetie pie this is. Again, fantastic sign writing. I love the directional indicators on the back here, the little aluminium cutouts for the arrows, so you're left in no doubt as to which way the driver is intending turning. We're just next to the main road here. So Whitchurch is about 2 or 3 miles behind me. That's the A41 that goes down there, and the A49 goes that way. Right, let's go and see if we can find that Volvo F10 that I saw driving in just a moment ago. Next to the white ERF is the Volvo F10 that I caught a glimpse of just a moment ago while I was admiring that super little Austin coach.
The TR250's gone.
Oh, the TR's gone already, isn't it? Yeah, I caught a glimpse of that before.
I've seen it before. It's that quite nice one.
So this is the Volvo F10 with intercooler and headlamp wipers. You don't see that too often. You see it on Volvo cars, but I don't remember seeing that all too often on older commercial vehicles. But yeah, it's a very thoughtful Swedish touch, that is. Yeah. Very comfy, and again you've got the handles there on the front for pulling the cab forward. This one will be familiar to regulars here on the channel. We filmed this one here at the Midway on several occasions over the years, and of course next to it that lovely green AEC Marshall. If you want to keep an eye out for future happenings of this particular meeting, check out the Shropshire Trunk Runner Meets Facebook page. That is the place to keep an eye on to find out future dates for this particular gathering. There's the guard dog. Lots of bikes everywhere you look. Looks like this one has a bit of fun out on track. This Toyota's quite unusual. This is a convertible version of the Toyota Celica. That is not a common sight at all now. No, definitely an unusual car. This is a very popular eatery. More classic Japanese bikes of the 70s here. Another Honda 504. Beautiful condition. And next to that, Kawasaki Z 900, also 4-cylinder. I spy early Land Rover. Bikes are just pouring in now. Nice Foden there with a beaver tail body, vehicle transport body.
That's not going to fit there.
There's Wallace and Gromit. Here comes the Foden again. Looks like it's opted to park up behind. This is what I was saying about before, old lorries and an old slightly muddy, puddly transport CAF car park is just the perfect setting to admire them. I always think anyway.
Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing.
It appears to be reversing. Yeah, bouncing through puddles just as it would have done 40 odd years ago. One of the ERFs is heading off now.
Does it look in the week? First of the old Lorries is off. Such a high activity here today. Loads of old trucks, cars, bikes, motorbikes, so much here.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout today, aided no doubt by the wonderful weather. Super little BSA trials bike.
And we make shows for 1,000 cars, yeah? Went to a show last year, and he says to me, he said, there's a picture of you pulling a wheelie around the showroom with a bike. And I said, you ever want to sell the van? So first, probably one of the best. And he said, well,
a little glimpse there of the TR4. Now the TR4 has pulled in. We saw this just a few days ago on the Tour of Cheshire Rally at Alton Park, and here it is out and about on the Shropshire roads. Now obviously this Scania is pretty modern, but how immaculate is this? It's just so beautifully turned out, especially in white. That must be really tricky to keep it looking like that. Yeah, it's very impressive for a modern. Well, it looks like the fleet of preserved lorries are heading off, headed by the guy Big J. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the Bedford is taking the lead after all. Followed by the guy. Great to see these four out today. Look at that wonderful old guy. Leyland DAF. Bit of a traffic jam. Now we can really appreciate the huge trailer on the AEC. Off goes the Leyland. Yeah, I can get a slightly better look at both the AEC and the Albion alongside it now. Some of the vehicles have started to go. And there goes the Minerva. These two beauties are still here for now. The Seddon's going too. Let's go and hover around on the roundabout. Catch it going, there it is. Waiting for a gap. Off goes the AEC. Looks like the AEC will be going soon. fairly late model Foden. Well, I think with that we will probably wrap up this particular video of a very pleasant morning in the car park outside the Midway Truck Stop. So thank you so much for watching this particular video. I'll include links to other commercial vehicle related videos at the end of this one, and please have a look around the rest of the channel if you like this kind of thing, and there'll be many more videos along very soon. If you've got 1 or 2 lorries or other vehicles maybe similar age to this one or even a little later, and you'll be up for me having a visit to your place, have a look at some of the things you've accumulated over the years, please drop me a line in the comments. That'd be really cool. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, so thanks and bye for now.